Hello, this is Bo. Welcome back to SFGAMs. About 2 months ago, I brought to you David Lewis. We talked about his latest movie, The Redwoods. Today is a very exciting day, which is the premiere of The Redwoods. I have David next to me, and let's ask him a few questions. Hello, David.
Hi, Bo. Thanks for having me on and taking interest in The Redwoods.
You're welcome. So today is a quite exciting day.
It is very exciting. It's exciting to have the cast here and the crew here and the excitement of a festival like Frameline and a sold-out house. We're very thrilled to be here and very excited to show this film to the world.
So now, this is not your first movie, and this is actually your fourth movie. So how does it feel? Are you nervous, excited?
You know, you're always a little nervous right before a screening, because it's kind of like taking your baby out into the world, but you never take any of it for granted. It's still exciting. It's still like the first time to me, and so I'm thrilled. What can I say?
So what do you expect?
You never know quite what to expect. And I don't try to predict what to expect. I know that everyone gave it their best shot, and we really put a lot of heart into this, and that goes from every single cast member to crew member, and so now it's kind of the audience's turn to see what they think, and I'm excited for them to get a chance to do that.
Well, I have the privilege to look at the pre-screening, and I really enjoyed it. The cast are fantastic, and actually, these people are very talented.
Well, thank you for your nice words. I think I had a really talented cast. We really spent a lot of time getting the casting right. I think there was a great chemistry between the two lead actors, and I hope that will translate to audiences because we really felt we did a good job casting, and they did great.
So, Brandon, bring us into the world of Everett.
Everett is a kind of middle-of-the-run guy who's been stuck in his life for a very long time. He's kind of given up all his hopes and dreams to have a good relationship and be a good father and do all the right things. And then one day he has an opportunity to do something that maybe isn't right. And it kind of takes him down a different path that he didn't expect. The first thing that I read in the script was the image of two men lying in bed not facing each other in that classic marital non-bliss, and then a child jumps between them, and from that page on I was hooked. Just that world of this is the life that this character is stuck in, and just I felt that first scene, and from there on it was just I was stuck. Working with Matthew is just pretty much every scene there. I've never shared that kind of chemistry with another actor before. Just from the first audition, we were in complete sync, and so he's beautiful to work with. His work is just so on, and so every scene that I got to work with Matthew was really, I would have to call it a favorite moment. David is the most exciting director to work for because he's so passionate about every single moment. He cares deeply about the life of every character on screen, every line that's written. He wants these people, every character are like his children. And so when you're working with him, he's just giving you, literally, he is giving you every single thing he has. And when you have that kind of a support from a director, you can't fail. Who is Brendan? Brendan is an actor that's constantly trying to take on different people and walk in their shoes. I've been very blessed. It's been a very great year. I've gotten to play so many different people and be in so many different parts of the country, and so it's been really an honor.
And not to mention other awards that you received.
I did. I recently got the Method Fest Best Actor Award in Calabasas. I was excited about that, and yeah.
Sitting next to me is Matthew Montgomery. He plays one of the main characters in The Redwoods. Hello, Matthew.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I had the privilege to saw the pre-screening of your movie. Chase is quite a complex, powerful character. Your thoughts?
Well, David Lewis, the director, and I did a lot of talking about Chase, before we actually went into shooting, because he does have such a complex story and has a lot of his history that you actually don't see on screen in the film. that actually perpetuate him actually coming to the Redwoods. So, I have to say, he's probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite characters that I've ever played in a film, just because of all of the layers that you sort of encompass when creating a character in a film. So I think in many ways Chase and I are actually a lot alike. With Chase in particular, it was kind of a lot about him sort of facing his own mortality, and I think that we all kind of come to a point in our life, and for some people it comes at different stages than others, where you have to face certain things about yourself and about your future, and sort of what you want and what you don't want, and what you're leaving behind and what you're moving towards. And I think that was in many ways how I connected with him. And it's really interesting because Brendan and I worked really, really well together. I think that he's one of my favorite actors, and I think that we just really connected really well together. And so once we both kind of got to the point where we understood our characters as a whole, then coming into a scene was so much stronger. So a single touch, from him would just kind of create this visceral response for me that was nothing that I actually planned. It was just kind of something that was very natural for me.
And you really come through on the screen. So by the way, who is Matthew Montgomery?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Who is he?
First of all, you're not a stranger on the independent movie. You have in so many movies. I Google you. I got tons of stuff on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to be an actor ever since I was little. That's I mean, when I was really little, I wanted to be a rocket scientist, but that didn't work out, obviously. But
it's much more fun.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, now I can pretend to be a rocket scientist. But anyway, I kind of stumbled into the LGBT film community, and I'm so glad that I did. Back in 2002, I did Gone But Not Forgotten, and that is kind of what perpetuated my movement into primarily the LGBT film community. And it's it's different than trying to approach Hollywood in the terms of like Hollywood, and because I think that being in this community, I have the capability of being creative in addition to actually having a voice, which is kind of nice. And there's so much loyalty that I feel from my community and the LGBT community, and I'm very grateful for that. So I'm very happy that I can actually creatively express myself and be accepted and be warmly welcomed. And working with David Lewis was definitely a highlight of my career. So I'm sure that I can expect to be very proud of how it's going to turn out.
Hello, Tad.
Hello, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
So I have seen the movies. So you're the person that make Everett to have an affair.
Yeah, I make him have an affair. Now, see, since we shot it, the three of us, Everett and Chase and I just refer to Everett as the slut, and to Chase as the homewrecker, and I'm the faux hubby, according to Everett.
Well, I mean, at the very beginning of the scene, I mean, you were laying on, pretty much facing the other way.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, that's part of what it's about, is that we're in a relationship, but we're a little bit disconnected, and I think raising a son who's has some challenges has kind of gotten in the way, and I've sort of shut down, I think, emotionally towards Everett, which is sort of in that way a catalyst for him to look elsewhere. Miles is one of those kind of people that doesn't deal with his emotions and doesn't connect, and which is another reason why he was looking for love somewhere else, and however we had that bond somewhere, which I like about the story, is that it shows how, it's a very real thing. Relationships have hills and valleys. It's not always perfect, and there are problems sometimes, and you move through it, and life isn't perfect.